There is nothing more I enjoy than a really tasty steak sandwich. The key is good steak, nice salad. We're going to caramelize some onions, good bread. You know, it's a match made in heaven. So I'm going to preheat my pan. The cut I'm using for this is this strip loin. You can use the sirloin, or you can use the fillet, or you can use the ribeye. So I'm going to talk to you about this. So this is part of the Simply Better collection. So this is the strip loin steak, and it's matured for 28 days. And this is a very important logo that we're buying Irish beef, supporting Irish farmers. The board be a quality mark, really important. So for me, what gives our beef the great flavour? It's the grass-fed. The farming community really works so hard to produce consistently great tasting meat. So there's a couple of key tips when you're cooking a steak. Try and get the best quality meat you can, okay? Again, Borbia is the one to look for the logo. And what I've done is I've just drizzled some rapeseed oil. So this is the rapeseed oil from Dairy Karma here. A little bit of fresh thyme. And all I'm going to do is pan fry it. It's as simple as that. You take it out of the fridge, you bring it to room temperature. I put a little bit of fresh thyme. I'm going to scrape that off now. You can use garlic, but I do love thyme with a steak. And I'm going to put all that lovely oil onto it. So we're going to put some salt and some pepper onto the steak. So this is some nice sea salt. And then I'll just make a little bit of room here. And then black pepper. So really important you season your meat just before it goes onto the pan. Okay, now if you season and leave it now for maybe half an hour, you're going to have a dry piece of meat. So that's really important. So we're going to put the seasoned side down, and then we'll put a little bit more seasoning on it. So there we go, good hot pan. We're going to use all this lovely oil. We're not going to waste any of it. And we're going to drizzle this all over. It's not a very thick strip loin, so it's not going to take too long to cook. We'll season the other side now. Salt and black pepper. If you like black pepper, I'm a fan. Okay, so we're going to sear that off. We're going to put in some butter, 2 pieces of butter. I'm picking a nice big pan because the bread I'm going to serve with this is the ciabatta bread. So this is just half a piece here, which I'm going to talk to you about. We're going to just literally warm that up in the pan. But I want to show you an onion marmalade, or kind of like sweet and sour onions. I'll use the rapeseed oil for this, and it's a good oil to use when you're cooking it because you can get a nice high smoke temperature. So I'm a big believer in using as much Irish as possible. Irish butter, Irish meat, Irish oil. You know, we really are in a good time in Irish food to support small producers and the farming community. This is one onion which is just very thinly sliced. We're going to pop it in, a red onion, sorry. So we're going to pop this into the pan just to soften for a minute. We're going to put in a large pinch of brown sugar. So this is going to kind of caramelize. A little knob of butter, little sesame, goes in there. And then we're going to put in some balsamic vinegar. So this is a 3-year-old balsamic vinegar, okay? And this is an important logo. It's the PGI, Protected Geographical Indication, from Mondina. So a splash of this. You want it sweet, but not too sweet. You want it sour, but not too sour. So you adjust it. If you put too much vinegar, don't panic. What you can do is you can just change it, and you can just add in some more sugar, and vice versa. Now let's have a look at the steak. So we put in some butter, beautiful. We want to get a nice bit of colour there. It's not going to take long. I like my meat nice and pink and juicy. That's exactly what I want. So our onions are on cooking. I'm going to show you a little tip here. A nice sweet soy sauce called ketchup mayonnaise, which is really nice. Just a splash of this goes in here. It's a really nice soy sauce. It's not essential, but I think it works well in these lovely kind of like sticky sweet red onions. So you peel your red onion, cut it in half and slice it nice and thin. And we're just going to let that cook away. Pinch of salt and move that out of the way. Okay, keep an eye on your meat. It's not going to take long. I'm going to show you what basting means. So just using a spoon, you just hold the pan and you spoon all these lovely juices. You can do this with chicken breast, pork chops, lamb chops, whatever. You're spooning on that lovely butter and the oil too. I've just turned down the pan from the red onions. They look so good, so good. The heart of beef, really nice steak. And when you get really nice caramelized onions, they are delicious. Okay, we're going to cook the steak nice and pink. So just a little tip for you, if you like your meat lovely and rare. That's your place there when you're touching your meat. Your next finger is medium. Okay, it's still nice and soft, but not as soft as the first finger. Your next finger, and that there, is medium well, and then your last one is well done. For me, try and serve it pink if you can, because I think you get more succulent, juicy steak. If you like it well done, try medium well. So we're getting a nice little bit of colour here. So I'm just going to press this here. It's very nearly ready. We're going to spoon on this here. See that there, and that's basting. You can hold the pan away from you if you want. And just hold it just near Melda there. She's doing great work in the camera. Fair play to you. She's licking her lips. Gorgeous. Now, so I want to have this nice and juicy and succulent. Every so often, have a look at your onions. Look how nice they look. Gorgeous. And if you think they're getting a little bit dry, just a little bit of water. A couple of spoonfuls of water in there. This is delicious with goat's cheese, with pork chops. With anything, I think red onion marmalade works really well, or sticky red onions, and it will keep in your fridge. Right, we're very nearly there with our steak, but I want to have this nice and succulent and juicy. That's exactly what I want. Now, we're going to let it rest. So pressing into the middle, flip it back over here. I'll trim off that fat, don't worry about that. We will trim that before we serve this up. Now, all that lovely butter, not all of it, gonna go over there, and then my ciabatta, I'm gonna place it just to warm it up onto the pan. That's gonna mop up all those lovely juices. Now we need to keep an eye on that. So we're gonna let that rest just for a few minutes. We just have a couple of wee things to do. All right, tomatoes. I'm gonna use, these are cherry tomatoes, just cut them in half. So we're going to put a tiny little bit of olive oil, okay, some extra virgin olive oil, a little pinch of sea salt, and then a splash of balsamic vinegar. Yes, I do love balsamic vinegar. And then a little bit of lemon zest and basil. And this is so good, so delicious. Works really, really lovely. I love this even with a goat's cheese salad. And it's something, if you make the day ahead and you keep it in your fridge, it's even nicer. I think it needs a wee bit more oil. Let's just have a little look of everything now in the pan here. So our onions, I put a little bit of water. Look how good they look. They're shiny. The butter gives that lovely shine. The soy sauce, the vinegar, I'm happy with them. Them on for our bread. Ooh, yeah. Get that nice and toasty there. See that there? So just give it a little turn and just crisp that up a little bit. Don't want it too crispy. You can flash it onto the grill, or you can do it on a griddle pan, whatever you like. Now, a little bit of basil. So I have a little basil plant here. And literally all I'm going to do is just literally tear this in. And then we're going to mix this all together. And that is a beautiful way. So that's our lovely tomatoes. So lemon zest, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, the lovely little sweet cherry vine tomatoes. So we're going to make up a little bit of mustard mayonnaise. So mayonnaise, literally a small teaspoonful of Dijon mustard. And then we're going to mix this all together. You can put in some chopped chives, you can put in some whole grain mustard. Okay, let's get that a wee blast again. So we're nearly ready to serve. Some lovely salad leaves. Rocket works really well. This is some minsuna. This one here, it's really, really nice. A little bit of corn salad or lamb's lettuce, it's known as. And this here is some rocket here. Yeah, it's hiding down there. Look at it, that's really good because it's slightly peppery. Really, really nice. Okay, gonna get my plate. We're going to get our bread. Okay, lift it up. So this is half a ciabatta. What I've done is just simply cut it in half, and then I'm going to smear the mayonnaise just all over this. Just with the back of the spoon. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Now, next thing, our salad. So you're wondering, why wouldn't you dress the salad? But you have mayonnaise there, you have your balsamic onions, and then you're going to have your lovely tomatoes. We still haven't forgotten about the steak, don't worry about that. You're not going to be hungry after the steak sandwich. So just arrange the lovely tomatoes just all around there. And if you can, leave them for an hour or two in your fridge overnight. They're actually nicer. Okay. So our steak. We're just going to trim off a little bit of that there. Just trim it off, just with the knife. Yum. If you weren't looking, I would be eating that. I'll just put it over there. See that lovely juice? Why not? We're not going to waste that. We're going to put this actually in to the onions. So that's the butter and all that there. And then our nice steak sits on top. You can slice it if you want to. So this is our onions. Just going to get a small little spoon here. Lovely. Yeah. So these are the caramelized red onions. Just arrange that over the top of your steak. Slice them really nice and thin. You can chop them if you want to. I think slicing them is lovely. Can't get enough of them. And that's it there. So the key ingredients for this steak sandwich is really good beef, lovely tomatoes, good bread, those caramelized red onions. You have that lovely sweet and sour. You have a lot of different techniques there, from grilling to marinating, you know, also to infusing your tomatoes. So that's my steak sandwich with some tomatoes, salad, caramelized red onion on ciabatta bread. I hope you try this recipe. You can do this with some chicken if you want to, but it's hard to pick a good steak sandwich. So happy cooking, everyone. Stay safe, and I hope you're all enjoying the recipes, and I hope you try this one, okay? Take care.